Hello, today we are going to cover how to fix problems in writing such as wrong case and misuse of subjunctive. Dan, Leonard, and me are proud to say that in 2009 and 2010, Brophy has won the AZ Football Official Association Division 5A1 Matt O'Hanhela Sportsmanship Award.
Actually, Michael, to be correct, it should be Dan, Leonard, and I, not Dan, Leonard, and me.
Thanks, Leonard. Let's watch our Brophy football community in action.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I
So before we begin learning wrong case, it is important to remember that there are subjective, possessive, and objective nouns and pronouns that can appear in sentences. Here are some examples of nouns and personal pronouns in the singular and plural forms. So what is wrong case? Wrong case refers to the nouns or pronouns used in a sentence when there are more than one together, used as the subject, object, or used showing possession. Again, these nouns and pronouns can be used as subjective, objective, or used to show possession. If we look at the first example here, the two safeties starting on Friday, Jordan and me, will make sure their players are injured by the end of the game. We can see that Jordan and me are supposedly the subject of the sentence. If we divide the sentence into two parts and say, I will make sure their players are injured by the end of the game, it sounds much better using I rather than me because it is used as the subject and not the object. Let's look at another example. My favorite teammates, AT and him, broke their best player's leg by a pancake. If we divide this sentence into two parts again and say, he broke their best player's leg by a pancake, it would sound much better if we used he instead of him because again, he is referring to another subject in a sentence. Finally, let's look at the last example. The opposing player shook me hand after the game and showed he genuine sportsmanship. Now, see if you can do this one on your own. There are multiple ways of correcting this sentence. One way to correct this sentence would be, the opposing player shook my hand after the game and showed me genuine sportsmanship, where my is showing possession and me is objective. Another way to correct this sentence would be, the opposing player shook my hand after the game and showed his genuine sportsmanship. Again, where my is showing possession and his is also showing possession, showing that he has genuine sportsmanship.
Next, we are going to talk about the subjunctive mood. The subjunctive mood is usually used to emphasize urgency or importance in a statement. It is also used after certain expressions, but however is only noticeable in certain tenses. You use the subjunctive mood as if it were the infinitive without the word to, such as try instead of to try, go instead of to go, be instead of to be, walk instead of to walk, run instead of to run. You get the idea. These are verbs that are commonly followed by the subjunctive. And here are some of the expressions that usually use the subjunctive. Proper use would be, it is imperative that he blocks the kick. Without the subjunctive, it would be read as, it is imperative for him to block the kick. Another example would be, it is best that he sit this play out. Without the subjunctive, it is best for him to sit this play out. However, the subjunctive can easily be misused. If I was in the game, we would have won is incorrect. The verb to be has special cases in the subjunctive. If I were in the game, we would have won is correct. If I would have blocked him, he would not have been sacked. While correct, the statement implies that the speaker did not make an effort to complete the action. Well, if I had blocked him, he would have been sacked is correct, as it implies he attempted but was unable to complete the action. However, in some cases, the subjunctive acts even though it is not visible. Did you try to catch the ball? This try is in its you form of the verb and not subjunctive. But in the phrase, it is essential you try to catch the ball, the you form is subjunctive even though it doesn't look any different. Another example of this is you walk to the sidelines often, which is also in the you form and is not subjunctive. Well, I ask that you walk to the sidelines often is the you form and subjunctive.
Thank you for listening. I hope you have enjoyed our presentation and have learned a little bit more about what it means to be a good sport.